Hi friends, it's Molly with Soul Tarot and Astrology, and I'm here with you guys on camera today for your new moon in Cancer Astro Forecast. This is our second new moon in Cancer this summer. We just had one last month that was on the cusp of Gemini, okay? So very much partner-centered, very, very other-centered. This time we've got a Cancer new moon on the cusp of Leo, and that's a very, very different energy. So we're going to talk about what that means today. We're going to talk about the fact that Mercury is finally direct and about to hit up some of those really, really heavy players that are in late Capricorn right now, some of those slow-moving planets. I'm talking about that energy that's going to bring in, but I'm going to be perfectly honest with you guys. The reason why I'm sitting down and on camera with you today is because every time I sat down and I tried to channel a message for this Cancer new moon, I just kept getting overridden with the importance of the Aquarius full moon that is coming up on August 5th. I believe it is, okay? So please, please, please understand that everything I have to say is really, really leading up to something really big is coming, you guys. All right. First, before I even get into it, thank you guys so much for being here. Welcome. Part of the reason I'm on camera is I'm going to be doing a reading for you guys today, doing a reading for individuals, and then I'm going to be doing a reading for the United States of America, because I really, really feel like we're specifically American society is going to be shaken within the next month. And again, you guys, I know, right? Aren't we kind of over this yet? So let me go ahead, and before I get into my channeling space, I do want to go ahead and say to you guys, thank you so much for being here. I am getting started on your new moon readings, your tarot and oracle readings. I think they're going to be a little bit shorter because I have a few more pick-a piles and messages that I want to get into. I also want to let you guys know that if you guys are interested, I have a TikTok. I am Soul School Molly on TikTok. And honestly, I just want to say, if you guys go over there with open mind, because there's a lot of the stuff that I do here. I'm really kind of trying to call people to my YouTube channel, but at the same time, I do share a lot of information about starseeds, conspiracy theories, new earth, stuff like that. So if you guys are interested, go ahead and catch me over there. If you're not, then don't worry, you'll come around. Okay. So let's go ahead and go back. Ooh, I love these. Thank you so much, Spirit. Let's go ahead and go back to this, what I was saying about this new moon being on the cusp of Leo. Okay. So last time we had a new moon in Cancer, Venus was retrograde. Am I right? I think Venus was still retrograde in Gemini. All right. And that new moon was on the cusp of Gemini. And so Gemini is the twins. It is about partnerships. It's very much about how we see ourselves in the reflection of other people, right? Pretty intense. So all Cancer new moons, by the way, all Cancer moons, period, are going to be about self-care. So I really feel like the messages that were coming through my readings at that time were very much about just recalibrating how you participate in the relationships in your life to make sure that you are getting your cup filled instead of just being a source to fill the cups of others. All right. So that was something that came across very, very strongly about a month ago. Now we don't have nearly as much Gemini energy in the chart, but we have a ton of Leo energy coming through. Okay. A bunch of fire energy. Leo is going to be entering, I'm sorry, I said that wrong. The sun is going to be entering Leo on July 22nd. So 2 days after this new moon. Mars is in Aries, you guys. That is the sign that it rules. Leo is ruled by the sun. And so that's just going to be a lot of fire energy. But we also kind of have to be careful because Uranus is going to be in the mix. And so I'll talk about that when we get there in a second. Okay. Leo, the way it's different than Gemini energy. Gemini, like I said, is very much about working in partnerships, working with others. It's about relationships, how we relate to other people. Leo is about the self. Okay. Leo is very much about the self. So when I say that Cancer moons are about self-care, this is not just self-care in the context of your relationship. This is self-care in context of your body, your heart, your spirit, your inspiration. What is it that you are ready to move forward on? What sort of projects are you trying to undertake? And how can you make sure that you're taking really good care of yourself in this, I don't want to call it a waiting period. But I feel like we're all kind of in a little bit of a waiting period right now, if you will. Yeah, okay. Because of the fact, and I'm just getting intuitive messages in here right now. If it looks like I'm not looking at you guys, it's because it's really weird to just like talk to a black hole. So I talk to myself and she's over here, okay? So yeah, okay. So the message, and especially for us Americans, United States of Americans, I know it's a racist term. I'm sorry. I'm trying to train myself better. So for those of us in the United States, I really do feel that some of the transits that are going to be coming up ahead of the Aquarius full moon, which I will discuss very, very briefly in just a moment, those transits are going, literally, like I said before, they're kind of going to rock us. All right. So in order to prevent any sort of mental or emotional exhaustion, you're being asked to just take care of yourself right now. Okay. Here are some messages that came out of my self-care cards regarding this new moon. This first one is dreams. Think big. There are unseen forces ready to support your dreams. If you guys don't know, what I see this picture representing is the proverbial veil. Okay. I'm going to pause so I can get rid of that glare. All right, guys. So you can literally see these hands coming down and lifting this veil. And for some reason, you guys, I feel like these right here are the actual halls of the Akashic records. So if you guys are into that kind of stuff, definitely understand that if you ever wanted to visit, like check in, like do an Akashic Records meditation or reading or anything like that, like this is the good time. Like it's basically like grand opening, if you will. All right. So this is a really, really beautiful magic energy. And it just applies to the world in general right now, you guys. If it seems like the world is very kind of dreamy and lucid right now, it is because there is this thinning of the veil. It's actually almost like, yeah, like I said, a removing of the veil. Can you see that? That is absolutely beautiful. What are they doing? What do they want with us? Well, first of all, look at how she's sleeping. Part of the removal of the veil is to help to wake those of us who are still sleeping. Okay? Absolutely. There are a lot of people out there who I think don't really understand the significance of the change. Just the tremendous amount of changes that are being made to society. If you are in a place where you have just kind of hit the pause button on life and you are waiting for things to go back to normal, I need to let you guys know that that's not going to happen. Okay. But this new future that is being created, we have a hand in, we have a role in. Okay. Partially just by raising the energy, like raising the vibration, but also communicating with each other, teaching one another, making, connections within our community. Okay. That is the most revolutionary thing that you guys can be doing right now, in addition to self-care. But here's what's really awesome. You see how, like I said, there is this facade back here, this building. Look at these pillars, those columns, you guys. All right. It's almost as if the veil is being lifted specifically because there's this help coming through. This is extra dimensional energy, you guys. If you don't believe in that, I'm sorry. That's just kind of where I'm at. If you want to think of another way of phrasing extra dimensional energy, this angelic energy. Okay. It is angelic energy. This is not terrestrial help. This is almost like, oh my God, you guys, this is all of humanity right now. But you see how it's white. He's wearing white. So this definitely, to me, honestly, it represents the forces of light, the forces of good. Can you see him playing that violin? And it's almost like he's really, really, really trying his best to make the world a better place. And all of a sudden, boom, the veil is lifted and the curtains part, and behind those columns, we see literally angelic help that is coming in at this time. Okay. Ask for help. It says receiving is an act of generosity. So, yeah, I kind of said it on one of my TikTok videos recently. Like, if it seems we are not alone in the world right now, please believe that's not an illusion. I really do not think that we are alone in the world right now. Okay. I think that we do have extra dimensional help trying to make sure the earth gets on the right path right now. It's all about liminality, you guys. Liminality is about being in a state of transition from point A to point B. Like there's this like area in between point A and point B that feels very, very nebulous and amorphous. Are just the words that are coming through, okay? It's kind of like being in that state between being awake and dreaming. That's what it feels like. That's what like all of life literally feels like right now. And to me, I love this so much, you guys. We already have this metaphor that there's music being played, right? And so who do we have here? Well, we have dance, but we also have a swan. So a swan song, you guys, literally is a swan. Legend has it, I don't know how scientific this is, but a swan sings once in his lifetime and it's right before he dies, okay? So for some of you guys, this is the death of an old version of you. This is a death of old narratives that kept you in a really, really negative mind frame, okay? That kept you afraid, that kept you timid, that kept you out of a place of self-love. And out of a place of loving others as well, all right? Because self-love is really important when it comes to how we love others in the world. And honestly, I know it sounds ridiculous, but loving others right now is what is going to save all of Earth from a really kind of scary future, if I'm really honest about what's going on, okay? So it's almost as if the death of this swan allows this woman to dance. Step into the light, you guys. Share your gifts and talents with the world. Here's what's really going on. Some of you guys in your dreams, it's almost as if these angels are coming to you and saying, psst, we need your help. So this is like a two-way, take it as it resonates, you guys. Take it as it resonates. This is a conversation, okay? It's not just about you asking for help. I feel like some of you guys asked the universe for help and it came back and was like, we need to work together on this. Can we have you guys share your gifts and talents with the world? That is how the angels are responding at this point in time, saying, step into the light. Step into the light. Let that old swan song die. Because for some reason, I don't even know if this is true. They're making me feel like the swan is associated with tradition, with the old way, with an old guard. Okay? With something, oh my gosh. These are orange. It's a sacral chakra. It represents the past, past emotions, stored emotions, past life, trauma, stuff like that. Right? So that's where we store a lot of negative energy in our bodies, is actually in our sacral chakra. Okay? And it has to do with creativity. So if you are a musician, then you're in touch with that sacral chakra. All right? Now let's talk about the throat chakra. Do you know, I believe it is Anja, A-N-J-A. I don't know the proper word, and I really don't want to say it wrong. For the Sanskrit name for the throat chakra, it literally means like purification. Speaking your truth is a form of purification. All right. And now, oh my gosh, thank you so much, Spirit, for the message, but you can take this vibe. I'm feeling a physical, just darkness, and I'm feeling very, very drained, and I'm feeling very full of toxicity. And I feel like it's because I have been oppressed from speaking my truth, from singing my song. Okay. From dancing. This is real, you guys. You don't understand how much I miss dancing. Like, I'm glad the bar's closed again. Nobody needs to be there right now breathing on each other. But man, I miss my dancing. Okay? So, something is falling away, you guys, in a really, really, really big way. And it is allowing you, it's liberating you. It's letting you know that what helps is your dance. That's very, very honest. Your gifts and talents. And if you're like, well, wait a second, I'm just a really good break dancer. How's that going to save the world? Because it brings happiness and joy to people's hearts. Okay? That's what you're being called to do right now. While like society is collapsing around us, you are being called to like take up a hobby. if you don't have one already. Okay, like get to know yourself, get to know how you get that energy flowing through you, because keeping it in, keeping all those toxins in, it's really not good for you. So the sacral chakra is where you can focus on just creation and creativity. And once you're ready to articulate that and speak your truth, that comes from the throat chakra. And I just feel like these two things are very, very, very important. Okay, so remember, self-care and connecting with yourself, knowing who you are, before 2 weeks passes by and something crazy shows up in the media, and now we all have to stop and adjust and think about our future and where we're going and why we're in this handbasket, okay? So now that takes me to the energies that are coming up just ahead of our full moon in Aquarius on August. Let me double check. Okay, my calendar's right here. Thanks, guys. Is it the 3rd? Really? Oh, I hope I got my dates right on my last round of videos. August 3rd is when that full moon is going to be, and there are a couple of really significant players. Aquarius is an air sign, all right, and it's ruled by Uranus. Uranus plays a part in this, but so does Mercury. Mercury rules Gemini. Mercury also rules Virgo, okay, but Mercury is all about the intellect. It's about information, communication, and I really specifically think that what it's going to be going through and the very, very last day of July and first few days of August, Mercury is going to be opposing Jupiter, Pluto, and Saturn that are still in their late degrees of Capricorn. This is also the part of the chart where the United States of America is going to be having its Pluto return in 2 years, less than 2 years. And so I really feel like this stuff I'm talking about right now, this nerd stuff, is probably going to affect specifically the United States of America in a very particular way. But obviously the news is going to break out and hit the world stage, and it will have ripples for sure. Okay, so I really do feel that there's going to be this is something people have been talking about for a while. There's going to be some kind of leak, some sort of information about what our government is up to, or people in power. I don't know if it's banks, I don't know if it's corporations. You guys know that there's already a lot of really leaky stuff out there right now anyways, okay? And a lot of conspiracy theories. I feel like something is definitely going to be revealed. An illusion is going to be lifted. That begins at July 30th. Mercury is going to be opposing Jupiter, a retrograde Jupiter in Capricorn. Jupiter going to spill some tea. Jupiter is going to spill some tea. Let me just say that now. Jupiter is going to spill some tea, because trining Mercury right now is like on July 30th, at the time that those two planets are in opposition to each other. Mercury will also be trining Neptune, which is currently retrograde in Pisces. It is about removing illusions. It is about lifting the veil. You guys, they just showed me the Judgment card. I'll be right back. Okay, guys, so bear with me for just 1 second, because Spirit just showed me the Judgment card from this particular deck, the Decameron Tarot. If you guys have seen a couple, there it is. If you see a couple of my videos, you know this is my nudie deck, okay? So in other words, I'll just go ahead. Can I just censor? I'll censor it a little bit so you guys can still kind of see what's going on. Judgment card, by the way. Oh shit, the Judgment card is Pluto. Mercury, by the way, the day after Mercury meets up with Jupiter, it's going to meet up with Pluto, the Judgment card, okay? So this is the image that they showed me, and it's a bunch of people having an orgy, and then this priest comes by and like uncovers That's just a part of the message, okay? It could have to do with some of these sex scandals that we're talking about. It could have to do with sex trafficking. It could have to do with pedophilia. You guys, I'm sorry if this is not something that you want to confront yourself with at this point in time. It could have something to do with the church. Okay, I don't know, but they just really wanted me to show that image. So we've done that. So let's see the way that's going to go down. Mercury's meeting up with Jupiter on the 30th, with Pluto on the 1st, and then on August 3rd, when we have that new moon in Capricorn, Mercury is going to be opposing Saturn. Okay, so Saturn is all about karma. Okay, Pluto is about things that are dark and hidden. All right. And then Jupiter, like I said, is just in the right position to spill some tea. Okay. To make the evidence of something too big to be able to ignore. Okay. Because all these things are in late Capricorn, and because I just kind of I've been having this feeling for some time, I do think that there may be some things surrounding the opening of schools. Okay, that's obviously just a thing that is in current events. I also think that there could be a lot of things coming up in the media that are meant to distract from the people who are trying to prevent the opening of schools. You guys have to understand that's a really bad. We cannot do that. We cannot open schools. We can't. Okay, please understand. I've channeled messages that I am that I'm just honestly like hesitant to share because they're so really dark. We cannot send kids back to school. All right. I'm going to try to get back on my trip that I'm on right here. Okay. The full moon on August 3rd is going to be in Aquarius, which is ruled by Uranus. Okay. Now full moon is an opposition between the sun and the moon. We know that, right? Let me go ahead and look at this and make sure I'm looking at my calendar. Okay. You guys. Make sure that I got everything right. All right. So yes, on the 2nd, oh shit, and the moon's gonna meet up with Mercury, all right? Correction. The moon is gonna meet up with Pluto in opposition to Mercury. The sun is going to be squaring Uranus, okay? And then, of course, the next day, the moon's going to join the sun in opposition. Why can't I get words out? Thank you, Mercury. In opposition to Uranus. Uranus is the revolutionary. Okay? So please believe that in the midst of all of this information being revealed, there's going to be a reaction from the public. To me right now, the sun is representing the public. Okay? Like the citizenry of the United States of America. All right. So anyways, I did get some cards out. I almost forgot, or I would have shuffled by now. I did get some cards out because I want to go ahead and try to channel a message from Spirit and see what can come through regarding these Mercury transits that we've got going on. And I've got in front of me the Tarot of Gemstones and Crystals. And thank you guys for being here watching the Astro Forecast. I always appreciate you hanging out for the nerd stuff. Go ahead and hit that like button if it is something that you like. Look what we got, you guys. Can't make it up. Wow. Okay. Ooh, we have a Wheel of Fortune. We have a star. I think there is going to be, like I said, I think that the information that's coming through, it's definitely going to be about some unethical behaviors, you guys. Okay? It's going to be, I really feel like some information is going to come out that people are going to have to sit with before they can respond. All right? Because there's a way to respond to this that could just lead to a lot of miscommunication, a lot of self-sabotage. But we have the 8 of Swords reversed here. And to me, this is another card that represents the lifting of the veil. Like, whew, a revelation. Okay? We got the Chariot card reversed, the Temperance card reversed, the 3 of Swords reversed, okay? So the reason why this information needs to come out is because the current path that we're on is completely out of balance. It is completely out of balance. So while the information, and when do we have 2 4 of Wands reversed? And Justice. We have 2 4 of Wands reversed, you guys. Help me understand the 2 4 of Wands. The Fool card. This is about a lack of information. It's about some sort of breakdown in communication. There we have the Star. That's okay. I understand. Thank you, Spirit. So when this information comes out, at first it's going to be like, holy shit, we're all screwed. Like it's going to really, I don't know. I can't articulate any better. It's really going to feel like this is bad news for all of us. How is this ever going to end up in something good? But the fact of the matter is it is destined because it's going to set us on a path that we need to be on right now, especially here in the United States of America. What is up? We have an Ace of Swords and the Magician. And the Magician, with this information, we can act, we can create, we can do something different. You guys, this is tremendous. This energy is very, very exciting. Because, you know, my first deck that I have out is always like, what's going on? And then I pull another deck that's like, what can we do about it? All right. So understand, to me, you guys, this is, for some reason, this represents to me physical exhaustion. Be very cautious with your energy right now. But this is also a lot of things that are very, very hidden at this time. All right. Wow, Six of Wands reverse and a Horseman of Cups reverse. There's going to be at least one public figure who is very much disgraced by this. Like, their reputation is ruined. Can we get any more information about the nature of this revelation? Wow, it's something old. It's the Death card reversed. So I feel like this is something that has probably been happening for a while, or maybe happened a very long time ago and is being brought back up again. Okay, thank you, Spirit. We have the Ten of Pentacles, the Ten of Swords, and the Queen of Wands, you guys. Okay. Some of you guys might need to make some long-term financial decisions that are not dependent on long-standing institutions. That's just a message that's coming through. Yeah. Oh my God. What's going to be revealed is it's not just a small incident that happened here or there. It is a network. It is a structure. It is they want me to say cabal. Okay. That is... I feel like this information that comes out is a devastating blow to some very, very long-standing practice or structure or institution. And to me, this Queen of Pentacles is almost like a guide energy, like an angelic energy. Like, you see how all of these like just kind of fit together in just the right place, right? Like, maybe you could fit two more right there. But anyways, this is just the way that things fit together right now. And these swords come in and destabilize this arrangement. So that it's almost as like if you have a pyramid of pentacles and they all collapse. All right. And she comes along and picks one up. And it's like, with this, she's going to build something brand new. And these, wow. Okay, the reason why I'm hesitating on these is I have two cards. I have the Magician again and the Lovers, and they came out in a spin, which means boo, right? They started out like this and ended up like, interesting. Okay, so it's the Magician and the Lovers. And again, this Magician okay, thank you. This Magician energy is about the new world that we're going to create. This Lover's energy has to do with the fact that there are going to be choices that will be made about something new that is created. All right. And it's going to have to require some compromise. It's going to have to require like just people coming together and working together. But this also is an energy that keeps coming up to me over and over and over again. That is a collective, that it is a sense of unity. People that come together, people who are not being abused by the system, coming together to save those who are being abused by the system. Okay. Oh my gosh, you guys. So I really do feel like something big is coming. This is as close as I can get to it right now. I have to get into your new moon in Cancer readings because like the new moon is just a couple of days away and I'm already talking about what's happening in August. So like I said, as always, I love you guys being here with me. Leave me a comment below. And just let me know what you think about things. All right, things are going to be changing up a little bit here on the website. If you guys can see, I got out a bunch of videos for you between the last full moon and this new moon. We have some pick-a piles. We have love readings. We have prosperity forecasts, and I'm also going to be getting out to you guys some ascension updates, so that if you guys are in the process of awakening and ascension, you can kind of have some guidance about where you're at on that path and how you can move forward. Also, like I said, if you guys are into like maybe the extra dimensionality stuff, and just if you want to get a little weird, find me on TikTok, you guys. Okay, I'm Soul School Molly over there. Thank you guys so much for being here. Let me know how you feel about the direction things are going, and I really want to thank you guys for being here. You have no idea how stinking much I love you all. All right, take care.